Guruji, this map is amazing. It shows every city, mountain, and river. But who was the first person to actually measure the whole world?
Actually, Shishya, no human could ever measure the entire universe. But there is a story of how the divine measured it all, in just 3 steps.
Only 3 steps. For the whole universe? How is that possible?
But there is a story of how the divine measured it all. It is the mystery of the Vamana Avatar. It began with a king who thought he owned everything, and a small boy who proved that the world is far bigger than any king's pride. King Mahabali was not an evil ruler. In fact, he was the most generous king the world had ever seen. But his success made him believe that everything, the earth, the sky, and even the heavens, belonged to him by right.
He owned the heavens too.
He had conquered them, Shishya. And to celebrate his power, he began a grand yajna, a sacrifice so massive it shook the seats of the gods. But then, through the smoke of the sacred fire, a tiny boy appeared. He was a Vamana, a dwarf Brahmin. He carried only a wooden umbrella and a water pot, yet he walked with the grace of 1,000 suns. As the boy stepped forward, the entire palace fell into a deep, magical silence. King Mahabali felt a sudden wave of peace wash over him, a feeling so powerful it took his breath away. Looking at the child's glowing face, the king realized this was no ordinary visitor. He was standing in the presence of the divine. The great king, moved by this sudden wave of peace, stepped away from his ritual fire. Breaking the silence, he spoke to the Vamana with deep respect.
"Welcome, little one. Your presence has filled my yajna with peace. Tell me, who are you, and what can I give you?"
O king, you are the master of all lands. I only ask for a tiny piece of land, just 3 steps measured by my own feet.
Only 3 steps. Granted. Take whatever land your small feet can cover.
But the king's royal priest, Shukracharya, saw through the disguise. He realized this child was Lord Vishnu himself, come to take everything away.
"Stop, Mahabali. Do not grant this wish. This boy is not a mere child. He is the supreme Lord Vishnu."
But Mahabali was a king of his word. Even knowing the truth, he refused to break a promise made to a guest.
Even if he is the Lord himself, I will not turn a guest away empty-handed. My word is final. Take your 3 steps, little one.
And then, before the eyes of the stunned king, the little boy began to grow. With his very first step, he grew so massive that his foot covered the entire earth. With his second step, he reached into the heavens, covering the entire sky, the stars, and the planets. There was nowhere left for a 3rd step.
"O Lord, I have no more land to give. Please, place your 3rd step upon my head."
Pleased by the king's unmatched devotion and honor, Lord Vishnu revealed his true, benevolent form. He did not come to punish Mahabali, but to immortalize him.
"Mahabali, your kingdom on earth may be gone, but your name will live forever. I grant you rule over the beautiful underworld, Patala Loka. And once every year, you shall return to visit your beloved people."
With the Lord's blessing, King Mahabali gracefully descended to his new realm. To this day, the people of Kerala celebrate his return every year during the festival of Onam. They lay out beautiful carpets of flowers to welcome their beloved king. A time of joy, prosperity, and equality, reminding the world that true greatness is not in what you possess, but in what you give away.
So, Guruji, King Mahabali gave up his entire kingdom but won the love of the Lord and his people forever?
Yes, my child. True greatness is never measured by how much you hold on to, but by how much you are willing to give. Mahabali's virtue stayed above the heavens. And so, the story of Vamana and Mahabali lives on, reminding us that humility is the ultimate strength.
But Guruji, I was wondering, how was Vaman born? Who were his parents?
He was born to Mother Aditi and sage Kashyapa. That is a marvelous tale of divine birth, but look, the stars are beginning to appear. We shall save that sacred story for our very next video.
Wow, I can't wait. Make sure to join us for the next episode, everyone. Bye.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for Vamana's divine birth story. Until next time.